Hi, I'm Einar Thórdarson, location manager, scout on Game of Thrones in Iceland from Pegasus. We are here at a location where we shot Eastwatch, part of Eastwatch, on the beach behind me. We're standing on what would be base of the wall. There was some more CGI work done obviously to make it the real wall. And down there we shot a scene with Jon and Jorah's boats on the beach, where they are approaching, and the wall they used for where the dragon comes flying around and starts knocking it down. Well, I think Iceland really offers a lot of locations that are very fantasy and adventure-like, which really fits into the show, I think. Mysterious looking, but also we have a lot of locations that are very accessible, even if they look like they're in the middle of nowhere. So that has really helped, and the producers on Game of Thrones are very knowledgeable about Iceland, and together we managed to find new and exciting places for most seasons. It's fantastic and exciting to see all the work that you put into this come together on the screen. And just to work it out logistically, make it happen is tricky at times. But of course, the end result is the glory. I mean, that's the exciting part. To see it on the screen. Obviously, film tourism is something that is quite big around the world, and in Iceland has become big. Game of Thrones is a huge part of that. It's been here many times. You may have a Hollywood movie come in, but it's just once, and it has a big effect. But Game of Thrones has been here many times, and there are a lot of followers that just want to go to Iceland because Game of Thrones was shooting there. We were looking for a canyon for a dragon to fly in, and coming up to a hill to pick up a goat. And this canyon was right for it. The dragon came flying down the canyon behind me and up to that hill, picked up the goat, blew some fire on the ground, and you had the beautiful waterfall in the background. It was a location where the herder had his goats and wasn't expecting the dragon to come up behind him. Behind me is where they put the bloody gate in CGI. At the end of this path that the Hound and Arya are walking along and having the conversation. It's a little distance from the parking lot, so yeah, you have to carry everything down here. And it's a national park, so you have to keep the tourists away. And in the summertime, you have a lot more tourists than in winter. So a little tricky, but still it worked pretty well. The funny thing is, it was really warm on that day, which is unusual in Iceland, but that was probably the main problem. People in heavy costumes were really having a hard time. They wanted a narrow canyon that they would travel through. We just started thinking about any canyon that, could possibly work, and looked at, there are a few of them around here. We looked at a few, and this one in the end was the winner. So this is a location where one of the more climactic scenes in the series was filmed at. We're in Eyjafjallajökull, and this is where the Hound and Arya are trekking. He has the fight with Brienne, and in the end begs Arya to kill him. So in these hills here, we had like 7 different positions where they were fighting, and then we had to do a little stunt where the Hound falls off the cliff, and then him laying on the ground. And then in the end you have Arya walking down the valley behind me at the end of the scene. This location, even if it's right off the main road, you just walk up the hill and you have a hike into the hills that are difficult for the crew carrying equipment, and even just without equipment it can be difficult. So there were logistical aspects to worry about here. But we spent about a couple of days and some rehearsals up here as well. But yeah, a couple of days of shooting in here in like 5-6 different spots around me.